All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. I know we're excited for March of the Machine, but we're not quite there just yet. So, what I have for you now is a really exciting deck list in Standard. This was played by Talia in the VML, the Mercury League, awesome league. Definitely check it out. And Talia's in top 16, I believe, right now. And been playing this deck. She's undefeated, which is great. And played this deck in the last few weeks. And what we have here is something that's just totally unique in Standard. We see the Toxic cards, which we've seen in Green-White Toxic before. You know, Defector, Mite, Crawling Course, the Hive, Annex Sentry, and then the wonderful Seedcore. We've seen that before, right? But that's normally in a green-white sort of like synergy beatdown deck. This is a pure tempo deck. We're talking 8 copies of Quench, Make Disappear, of course, and Bring the Ending. Kind of held together by the 4 copies of the Hive here, which is playing the Bitter Blossom role, making a token every turn, and kind of just, you play the Hive on turn 2, never tap out, keep making tokens, keep countering spells, Make Disappear can sacrifice them, but they're super cool, and then of course once they're corrupted, and they get that 3rd poison counter, Bring the Ending is just counterspell. Just actual factual counterspell. This is Thoughtcast for 1 blue, draw 2 cards, which is awesome. And then you have the Proliferate effects here from Experimental Augury, Serum Snare, and the Cancel in Reject Imperfection, which all give you a little reach too, where like they had that poison counter, they got on the ground up, well, proliferate a few times and just kill them that way too. So really cool looking deck. Very exciting. 4 copies of Mirrex, which I think is a little crazy, honestly. But it's obviously very good in like a draw go kind of deck. Can fix your mana on turn 1. Seedcore is obviously excellent, although it can't cast your counter spells and stuff. It's a little rough there, but Adarkar Wastes and Seachrome Coast are phenomenal here. And deck just looks super cool, so we're going to try it out. Sideboard 4 Fading Hope. A little help against the aggro decks, I guess. Spell Pierce, Disdainful Stroke, Wandering Emperor, Memory Deluge. A lot of flash threats, realistically, And then 2 copies of White Sun's Twilight. When you got to go really big, which is kind of interesting too. So, deck looks really cool. I saw it, and I'm like, I got to play this. It looks really awesome. So, let's get right to the games. Brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, on the play. The Hive. Crawling Course, Hive, Sentry, Counterspell. I mean, on the play, pretty good. Can't ask for more than this, honestly. Fire up the Course on 1 and the Hive on 2, and then probably never tap out ever again. Unless we have to for Sentry, of course. All right, let's do Mirrex on 1. Mirrex and Crawling Course. Play mulligans to 6. Thicket, Commune with Spirits. Cool. We actually played a Green-White Enchantress deck last week here on CoolStuffInc.com. If you missed that one, definitely check it out. Deck was super sweet. And Restoration. Pretty happy casting Hive here. Kind of just have to. Got to get our stuff in play. So cast the Hive. Get that first poison counter on. And then I think ideally we draw a land next turn. We can go Mite plus Counterspell. Here's Naturalist. Ooh. Didn't draw land. All right, so that's kind of crappy, but sure. So there you go. Here's a land. Fortunately, the Naturalist might let them double spell to my counterspell, but alright, so we're gonna... I think we're gonna bring the ending, because I don't want to have to sack to this. This is not on, really, it's not even close to on yet, so let's bring the ending here. Down to 17, counter that. Do they have another play? Commune, sure. Alright, so a little bit of info here. And they're going to get a Jugan Defends the Temple. Okay, we draw a land. Excellent. Alright, so let's play land. Play the Mite and just say go. And we could have hit the Sentry, the Naturalist, but I think I want to leave Counterspell up here. Defends the Temple. We'll just counter this. This time we're going to use the Make a Spear, because I want to use the Bring the Ending. So we're going to infect them next turn, so... Ossification. Pretty good. So they hit the Mite, but I still get the Leroy here to send everything in and guarantee the poisoning. They missed a land drop, so a little tempting to fire up the Sentry. It's a shields down moment, obviously, but I think it's fine, honestly. Here's Sentry. Bop this bad boy in for a bunch. And now all of our toxic folks have lifelink too, which is great. This is the big turn. If they don't play a big card this turn, we get to untap, the game's over. It's a pretty good card. I get Tilda. Thankfully the life doesn't matter that much because obviously we're playing playing infecty stuff. And we can just jam with everything here, I think. And this game's pretty much over. We have the Mirrex going too now. They block, they gain the life, but whatever, we don't care. They're at 8 poison, and the game is almost concluded. Restoration of Eiganjo. It doesn't actually matter, yeah. So, sweet. Pretty cool game. Bitter Blossom gets it done. Alright, so enchantments is interesting. We don't really have any disenchant affection like that. I'm surprised there's a Destroy Evil in the sideboard. It's like a pretty good card for this deck overall. Spell Pierce seems kind of cool. Let's get these cancels out of here. Bring some Spell Pierces. I don't think I want Fading Hope. Serum Snare is also like... I'm going to Spell Pierce in. They have a lot of things to counter, obviously, with it. The only thing I'm really scared of, honestly, is turn 2 Naturalist again, because we can't really remove it that well, and it makes easier to play through our counter spells, but overall, that being the case, are we interested in Fading Hope at all? Serum Snare is like, it's okay. You know, it's not super exciting. Maybe you do like, I like the snares too. I mean the Spell Pierces. This can bounce there. Let's do 2 Fading Hope also. We're on the draw, so having a 1 mana bounce over. I'll just do all this. While we're on the draw, so having a 1 mana bounce spell seems a lot better than a 2 mana bounce spell. Can't afford to fall behind, so that game is about as ideal as it can go for us. You know, 1 drop, Bitter Blossom, and then untap, do some stuff, which is great. Missed the land drop, I guess, but alright. Chorus, Disappear, Curiosity, Curiosity. We're on the draw, but we're gonna keep this. There you go, land, go. We're gonna fire up the chorus. No Naturalist, please. Teachings of the Curate. Okay. Makes a token. A little annoying, but they mail over some enchantments. We draw a Mite. I mean, we're gonna attack here. Just make the trade. I think it's fine. And then I want to leave counter spells up. No, they're gonna take it. Wow. They want to put the counter on it. Cool. I'm cool with that. Okay. We're going to Seedcore here, and we're just gonna say go. Leave counterspell up. The next turn we have Mite plus counterspell. So put a counter here, so I can't block this anymore. Just gonna say go. Wow, all right. So play this, play Mite, and say go. Interesting. They just have no play here on turn 3. Could be playing around my counterspell, but this thing flips down to a 1/1. So pretty good blocks, honestly. It's also pretty funny. This is actually colorless, so my Mite cannot push through it. And they're going to Ossification with 2 mana up, which is fine. So a little harder to get through here. One of the fears of this deck is it's a little too reliant on the Bitter Blossom. Up, there we go. We have Mirrex. Cool. Just do it that way then, right? So you go. Mirrex tokens. There's Naturalist. Alright. That's not cool. Don't love it. This thing can attack and exile cards, and what's this do? This card's good. Exile this thing and make a token. I feel like we're just losing other pumping it, actually, sure. Yeah. Exile creature, they get a token, sure. Alright. I mean, fortunately they have 3 2/2s and I have a bunch of 1/1s, so we got some work to do. Island, okay. Just say go. That's not good. Okay, sure. Touch the Spirit Realm. And we still... Yeah, I think we might be going to game 3 here, honestly. Unfortunately, our removal spells just aren't very... I mean, Destroy Evil would be so good here, obviously. We just can't do... We can, like, Spell Pierce and make disappear, or sack a thing to make disappear, but, like, that just kind of stinks, honestly. They're going to hit my course anyway, I guess, so... I guess we just do it. It's not ideal. Problem is they're so wide right now we can't really get through it. Alright, so Counter that. They have 2 cards left. I suppose the hope is they don't have much left, but the problem is we're just kind of dying here. Yeah, like the visitor counters are going to add up too. Nice Spell Pierce, but the board is already theirs. Wow, they're going to play super defensively. They're actually going to just only send this thing and leave back 2 blockers. Draw Fading Hope. That's kind of a start. Alright. Let's say go. This is just... This can kill the spirit. We should describe 1. They draw Borrowed Time. They can play through. They can play through my Quench again. Till. All right. That's gonna resolve. Nice. Right. Yeah. We're just going next game. We just can't win. Honestly, like. Maybe this is a matchup we need to bring in our all things. It sucks is like we're like answering their stuff, but we're just not actually affecting the board enough. Maybe it's a matchup we need to bring in our Wraths, honestly. Alright, let's go next game. Bringing the 2 White Sun Zenith might be necessary, honestly. Bringing the Twilights. Let's cut Fading Hope. I'll just cut all of these. Serum Snare. The proliferative effects seem kind of important too, honestly, to get like the extra counters on. I think this is good though. Let's try this. Hopefully an interesting brewski. Alright, it's on the play. And hand's great. I mean, couldn't ask for more. We have Chorus into Hive and 2 counter spells. Fire it up. No 1-drop. Love it. We'll play Eiganjo. Play the Hive. I guess we... I don't want Pain. Weaver of Harmony. This is the Lord for enchantment creatures. You draw an island. Alright, so like now we're pumping the brakes a little bit. But we have a bunch of counter spells. Token Maker. Having the Hive seems really important. Teach of Akiran, Spell Pierce that. Love Spell Pierce. The Mite? The mightiest of mites. You're up. Can force through the Corrupted next turn. Here's Catilda. They can always flash us back here. This is currently going to be a Spirits and Orange. Maybe a 2/2 Lifelinker. Lifelink doesn't matter that much. It does make it hard. I'm saying Canvas. It makes it hard to get through. And we're going to draw 2 next turn anyway, so. Alright, so they are at... That was actually a really good draw. Because Otawara can bounce if they put this thing on it, so. Let's send him the Clowns. This is gonna corrupt them. I don't know if I agree with that block actually. It's the best creature, but it gives us a free attacker too. Curiosity draw. Another Hive. Yeah, I'm in. Sure. We're a little shields down here, you know, but double Hive's pretty good. Lifelink's on now too. Naturalist. Sure. Juke and Defense Temple. Make a Lino Elf. Sure. Untap. 2 tokens. Another Mirrex. Okay. We're just gonna chill. We could like push through 1 point of poison by giving this unblockable, but like let's just leave this thing up defensively. Play Mirrex. We'll have Mirrex and Otawara up and just say go. And we're just like building a bunch of freaking tokens. put some counters, yada, yada, yada. I guess we don't have any blockers right now, so we need to be a little bit aware of, like, just dying, but we have lifelink on these, so... Pump those up, sure. There's a land. They go for the, I'm just gonna play another Catilda, sure. It's fine. A little bigger now. Yeah, would love a Destroy Evil. Really love it. Attack for 4. Alright. What's the last card? Touch the Spirit Realm. And the ability to copy it. It's gross. Alright, this can hit a enchantment or creature, so they're going to target the Mite. Mite cannot target itself. They're going to copy it, which is totally unnecessary, because whenever they target, I'm just going to save anyway, so it's just kind of pointless. Let's target this. Choose white. So, that'll go away. So now they have 1 blocker. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that at all, actually. They're just dead. They're just dead. They just killed themselves. Alright, cool. We take those, I guess. Sure. You know, one of the allures of playing a rogue deck is that we put your opponent on unfamiliar spots, you know? And there we go. Pretty cool game. Right. On the draw here, hand looks a little bit like a draft hand, but I think we're gonna keep. Ooh. Ooh. Mono red seems a little tough. I'm not gonna lie. Mono red on the play seems pretty difficult. Our best card dings us for 1 every turn. And our creatures are kind of small, and our spells are a little clunky. I guess to attack for 1. I guess this isn't like that bad. I poisoned them once, and now I can Serum Snare, Proliferate. Okay. No blocks. Bounce this bad boy. Proliferate once. Another one. 15. Annex Sentry does seem pretty good here, at least. It's a little silver lining for us, I suppose. I guess we'll hold this. Get this. In for 1. Chipping away. That's 3. It's 4, 5, 6 in hand, so... Phoenix check. Okay. Alright. Gonna go the old Dubs removal spell. Alright, so they get in for 6 here, but they're out of gas. We have an Augury and a Serum Snare to defend ourselves with. Unfortunately, they both cost blue. I can main phase this Augury. Sentry, Mana League, Mana League. Alright, let's take the Sentry. Proliferate you. That's 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. They can't block when they replay, which is great. So that's 6. They recast it. I play Sentry. I think drawing a land here would be ideal. An Augury. 6, 7, 8, 9. God, we're so close. Alright. You're up. Swifty number 2. I mean, we're gonna do a spell, but I mean, sure. I mean, the fact that we're even in this game, down to 2, you're just gonna die. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that was cool. All right, so mono red, where our quench effects are not very good. Obviously, cancel's really bad. I'm gonna cut at least 4 of these. We're gonna want 4 Fading Hopes, 2 Wandering Emperors. Don't think we're White Sun Twilighting. Spellpierce Stroke. Okay. Should we get some, like, I guess the Hive life gains, sort of. Stroke. Leaning pretty hard on Fading Hope here, I'm not gonna lie, but this is fine. Let's try this. Interesting. Hopefully no end the festivities. That would be gross. Remember, folks, as always, there's a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com proper. If you're on YouTube right now, hop in your browser, hop on over to CoolStuffInc.com, check out the article, as well as the website itself. Free content every weekday from myself and many other great authors, and of course, the best deals on gaming supplies out there. Promo code JIM5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. Opponent is like, what the hell do I do here? Opponent's playing Blue-White Infect, and I don't know what to do. They got no idea. Not even a clue. You got 10 new brewers coming up. We got my article from last Friday should be my love hates for the new set. March of the Machine, almost there. And I'm running out of things to say. Hold on, let's go up on it. All right. Opponent has concluded their sideboarding. Sure, this is fine. Hive's like our most important card, so Fading Hope, buy some time. Kamano, that's actually pretty good for us. We can bounce the creature they augment. So Fading Hope, Hive. Obviously, double Hive is a little risky against mono red, but it does gain life back as well, which is pretty sweet. Once you have corrupted all of your toxic creatures have lifelink, which is pretty huge, honestly. So Phoenix check, sure. So just easy Fading Hope here. They even played a non-mountain land too, so can't recast it. Scry's gonna be a Serum Snare. We can do better. Alright, then we draw a Adarkar Wastes. That's worse, but sure. Here's a Hive. Gonna be taking some hits here, that's for sure. Hive on the draw, you know, feels a little slow, honestly, but this deck could put, like, depopulate the board too. A lot of options with this deck. A lot of cool, cool possibilities. All right, that could have been worse. Crawling Chorus. I can't play both. The question here is, do we go all out and just play a second Hive? I think we do. We have Emperor next turn. Unfortunately, we're on double pain lands right now. We have Emperor next turn, which we can exile and gain a few life. And we want to get a lifelink going too. It's going to shoot me. All right. We got a race. They're topping. We could definitely just die. No question. You know, a second Fading up here would be freaking awesome. But, yeah, that's about the worst case scenario possible. Sure. All right. So we take 1,000. Yeah, we're just dead now. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Game 3. That's fun. Very good draw from our opponent. Basically ideal. Yeah, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop on the play. It's fun. Alright. So now we're on the play. I think if they didn't have the Raiju, we get to play the Emperor, exile something, gain a few life, and try to get those Hives on. Maybe could have gotten there, but it's tough, you know. Alright, on the play. Game 3. Ow. It's a pretty bad hand. Can't keep this, unfortunately. 3 pain lands, only 2 spells, kind of low impact. Yeah, we got a mulligan. Okay, that's better. Let's keep this. Let's just ship the Augury, I guess. We're on the play. Kind of need a 3rd land, too. And ship the Curiosity, actually. Alright, so get the Mite in. See if he draws some fire or not. Alright. That's the first poison. It's an important one. Another augury. Right. I mean, it'd be awesome here if they respected the possibility of a counterspell. Even though he boards them out, obviously, but... they are not... Yeah. I mean, we have the Sentry, so it isn't that bad. Alright, so let's cast this augury. Oh my god, there's no lens. Alright. That's so bad. We really wanted the land there. We can, like, Fading Hope, upkeep, and try and find a land. We'll do that, I guess. So we're going to have the third poison on, which is cool. So that's guaranteed. Upkeep, Fading Hope, look for the land. Ooh, that's not a land. Alright. That's a land. Alright, so... kind of get there. Third poison. Corrupted is there. Can't be taken away. Still got some work to do, obviously. In for 2. Not casting the Felden again, which is interesting. Gonna play Furnace Punisher. I have 2 more basics. It's fine with me. Here's Augury. And now we have an interesting choice. Let's take the Hive. Hive obviously costs life, but it's lifelink too, so that's 4. Alright, I don't want 2 Hives. 1 Hive is enough. Maybe it's a role you can board 1 Hive out, but it seems so important to our deck. It seems very hard to do. Definitely could have considered not attacking here to try and protect this, but it is 4 toughness. It's pretty hard to assail. I think I'm just not going to block with it if they attack. Oh, wow. Super defensive attack. Wow. Alright. Draw Seachrome Coast. Oh, boy. Alright. I think we're just doing a Sentry again. Just fire it up. We can double Hive next turn and lifelink. Target this. Sentry's been pretty good here. Leaving the Mite back to protect. Can't block this anyway because I'll get a free card off of it. Costs 2 life to protect. It's not free. And 5. In theory, this is 6/7, but they have a bunch of cards in their hand. They might have a spell here. With the life gain from the Hive, I think we're okay to be a little more defensive here. It's like scrappy. No blocks. This thing is dealt damage. They exile that many cards top of their library and you can play it something in a turn. So I think it's worth 2 life to not give them a card. You've got mail. Defensive Shivan Devastator. Oh my god. Draw to the Sentry, please. No. Alright. That's pretty good. If I'm being totally honest here. They have another one. It's really bad. That was a really... I guess they're at 6. Could, like, target one of these and try and push a poison through it. I would gain a life also. Playing both Hives is just suicide, I think. It's just too crazy. It's just too much, but... It's a tough call. This is a really tough call, honestly. A second Devastator would kill us. As would a few other things as well. But realistically, there's not a lot else we can do. We should attack and gain 1 life. And then we're shields down also. Just gonna say go. Sentry's really good against Devastator, too. It's kind of annoying. We have bounce spells, honestly. We draw a bounce spell. We can, like, unsummon our Sentry and recast it. And then when this thing gets put on the Sentry, it just goes away forever because it would come back as a 0/0, so... Tight game. Land 6. They just have Devastator. They're not slower. Because obviously we have a card in our hand, but... Alright. I'm going to block. We gain 2 life here, too, which is, super consequential, so... They can look at the top 2 cards of our library, and they can play it. Play it if they, play one of them if they want to. They hit a Phoenix Chick and a Play with Fire. I mean, Play with Fire can kill the Mite, I guess. We really want to draw a Bounce Spell or an Annex Sentry. Isn't really a reason to target, I guess. Sure. I guess if they have exactly Strangle, I should have targeted this Sentry, but... Oh, no, also that hurts too. I screwed up. I should have targeted this. I threw the game away. We probably would have lost anyway, honestly, but now we definitely lose. Yeah, I screwed up. Go down to... Yeah, so if I had given the Sentry Hexproof from red, even though it didn't seem important at the time, because most of the cards are instants, they do have some Sorcerer Speed cards, and that was one of them. So I probably would still lose, honestly. I would still have Sentry in play. They wouldn't have Punisher in play, but I don't know. It would have been really close, obviously. We threw it away for sure, unfortunately. But that is the breaks. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, whatever. Just like go. Now we're just dead. Now we can like instant make a token, make 2 more tokens, try and get them at like some other way. But we're just dead here, I think. So a little bit of a boo-boo. I just didn't think it mattered. Kind of just playing fast, and it did matter. Because most of the cards they have that are removal spells are instants. So, like, in theory, I would just target it, and they would just play the instant response anyway, but wasn't doing anything regardless. They do have some sorcery effects. I thought, in my mind, Strangle was the only one I could think of, but this makes sense, too, so. Alright, here's your Excavator. You can fire up the Foundry and probably just kill us, right? No. It's got Menace. Alright, well. I mean, they get a card. I think it's worth 3 life to give him a card here. Up to 5. And they reveal the top card of their library. It is a Monastery Suspir. Yeah, if I had that Sentry in play, things would be a lot better right now. They didn't have Furnace Punisher. Alright, make a token. Make 2 tokens. And draw land. 4, 3. I can attack for a few. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, yeah, they got us. Alright, I mean, I think we might have had a chance to win that game if I didn't screw up. But it would have been pretty tough, honestly. But without Punisher in play, with a 1/4 in play too, maybe we could have, like, gotten there, but that's okay. Ooh, okay. This hand's a little light. Obviously, we have 1 drop into counter spells, but we're on the draw. I think on the play, this hand's probably pretty good. The draw's a little scary, but I probably can't mulligan this hand either. It's just like, this is what we register. This is our deck, So like, it could be a lot better for sure, but I think we just have to keep this. Hand sucks. Keep. All right, tap. Oop, never mind. Hand's great. Hand's perfect. Deck's perfect. Everything's perfect. Life's good. Drew a Hive, best possible. All right. No Thalia, please. Thalia would make my hand look pretty bad here. Guardian of New Benalia. Okay. Alright, so fortunately the Hive is not a Phyrexian. Let's say go here. Alright. So Bitter Blossom on the line. Counter spells at the ready. Hopefully this turn is not too good for them. That's Rafine. Rafine's pretty good. Alright. I mean, this is a big play draw game. This is always kind of the problem with decks like this that are playing the 2-mana counter spells. That's close. Is that when you're on the play, you can counter their 2-drop and the 3-drop and so on and so forth. But on the draw, it's hard to make your proactive plays and also have counter spells up too. But it's alright. We're going to just play lands like it. We can Sentry the Guardian here, but I want to hit Rafine, I think. One of the counter spells up also, so just chill. Try and stop the full curve out here. Pretty funny how your opponent has to like not attack with everything with these poison things in play, because they don't want to get hit and get corrupted. Wow, just the Guardian. Oh, they're gonna enlist. That seems a lot worse than just I can Rafine also. Like, right? Like, why scry 2 when you can just draw an extra card? Alright, sure. And they're gonna Rafine. And they're gonna discard Denic. It's pretty good. So they have a 5/4. Fine. Worst things have happened. We're going to counter whatever they play. And then we're going to the Raven Man. God. Ugh. Why are you playing a 2-mana card? That's really rude. Alright. Sacking a token here is a monumental cost. Gotta resolve. The bats themselves aren't that, or whatever, birds aren't that bad. Alright, we're just gonna counter this, so we're gonna make disappear. We can now attack through the Raven Man. Another make disappear. Alright, so can offer to trade our Mite for the Raven Man, which I don't mind actually. Just have double counter up and send things. We're also kind of just dying too. We take a lot next turn. That's tough. This is tough. Playing Sentry this turn is just like a disaster because we're just tapping out again. Alright. We'll send. They don't have a cut down too, do they? I have Eiganjo. Oh, brutal Eiganjo. Alright, that's pretty good. I think we're dead. That's a discard too? Oh my god, we're super dead. Alright, I probably need to guess Annex Sentry. We're actually just dead on board, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, that was pretty tough. Alright. Tough game. Pretty good. The curve out Rafine draws on the player is so good. We're gonna bring in the Fading Hopes and cut these cancels. Let me cut 2 Serum Snares, I guess. Yeah. Alright. On the play. On the play. Sure. Again, counters was a lot better on the play. We run Mite again. We don't really have a good 2-drop. We're a little soft to the card cut down, but double counters. Oh, Chucker, eh? Oh my god, so many Mites. Alright. That's not ideal, honestly, but sure. try and make this work. Thalia, no. Don't draw a land. Oh, you're killing me here. Alright, so they go. In for one real fast, too. I'm just saying go. Alright, we're just gonna bounce this. It feels awful, but... Scry for a land, hit it. And this third counter is really important. Can we get the third counter? No. Eiganjo? Sure, that's fine. I mean, that's their whole turn. That's cool with me. I'll allow it. Mite's back, say go. Four's a lot. Channel lines are so good. Play the Mite, sure. I don't care what that is. Whatever it is, it's gone. Alright, so now we're online. Untap. We get to a deal of damage. Curiosity, draw 2. Draw another Curiosity and a Sentry. Alright, let's just Sentry here. We are tapping out, so now it's, they want to go nuts, they can go nuts. But yeah, more card draw and a Sentry here too, so. Alright, Clever Conductor. ETB Connive. Whenever you discard one more cards, exile them and put the exiled. When it dies, the exiled card is going to your hand. Well, it's not going to die, it's going to exiled, so that's fine. Discard land, short. And another Mite. There's Mites everywhere. Real infestation here. Hive. I'll draw 2. Bring the Ending and Sentry. So we're going to happily Sentry here, I think. Because the next turn will have Hive Ending. Hit this. Did not die, so the card goes to exile. That's 4 and 5. So they go up. It's a big turn. If we get to untap here, the game's over. So they have a big play this turn. It would be important for them. But if they don't, feeling pretty good. Their Mite stops our Sentry, but you know, Rafine. Okay, Rafine's a decent play. But not, honestly, that bad. Play Hive, counterspell ups they go. Start playing the grindy game. Land number... Wow. How'd they play the land first? Another counterspell? Dope. Alright. Hive. Go. I guess we could have attacked with both sentries there. Because they have no good blocks. Yeah, that's a mistake. Oops. Otawara? That's rude. It's not colored. Sure. Choose the color. Yep. Alright, sure. Conductor, Connive. Of course, we're just gonna do this again anyway. I guess they have the Mite now too, but here's Rafine. That's pretty annoying, honestly. The uncounterable channel effect. Alright. Got a ways to go here, though. Still feeling pretty good. Play the land to leave up the plaza to protect their creature. Okay. Make a token. Draw a land. How about the 4th Annex Sentry? Sure, why not? Alright. I guess we're just going to kill a land with our Annex Sentry here. Let's attack. Just attack them both, I think, right? I don't think I care about their stuff. I would happily trade too, so. Wow. Alright. So they get 2 lands. I guess they can like loop these away. But that's fine, I think. Now I just say go. We could like play Sentry to Stone Rain them, but like whatever. And we just have counter spells up. And we got a Token Maker going. They're at 6 poison. Sure. You know, we have actual counterspell in our hand, as well as Make Spear. Another land, and a Loran of a third path. That one can't stand. We gotta counter that one. So, hard counter. Wouldn't mind a land here, honestly. Cool, good one too, actually. Alright, so let's attack. They're at 8 poison, too. They're just dying. Just dying out there. This is just going to be a Stone Rain, which is totally fine. Put another 1/4 in play, which is great. Have a counter spell, and they're set on board. Love it. Cool game. Pretty gutsy. Rafine's coming in again. I have 4 attackers, 2 of which are lethal, and they have no blockers at present. So, Loran again. Alright, so we're going to Make Spear this. Sack a token. Yeah. Sick. Cool game. That's sweet. Alright, now we're on the draw, though. We got to beat Rafine of a draw, which is not an easy thing to do, honestly. Yep. Don't want Wandering Emperor. Don't want... Yep, just this is it. So, unfortunately, Loran's also really good against our Hives. A little splash damage from Loran being good against like Fable and stuff like that too, which is kind of unfortunate. Because we are definitely somewhat reliant on the Hive. The Hive is really good. I will say about the Mirrexes have been really good. When I first saw this, I thought 4 was like way too many. But it does make a lot of sense in this deck. Alright, I can't mulligan. They're probably going to just curve out on us and destroy us. They have a Thalia here. It's bad too. That was a good draw. Turn 2 Thalia here is going to be backbreaking. We don't really have a good answer to Thalia, which is a really, really tough one. Alright, it's a Denic. Could have been worse. The problem is they have Loran on curve here. It's also really bad. But, what are you going to do? They play Loran, and then we kind of like just maintain parity. They have a Gix. It's pretty good. It's actually really good. Oh my god, we're hiving it up. Alright. I think we're all in here. Let's say go. We're way behind. This is not quite up. There's, never mind, there's Rafine also. So it's not quite Rafine curve, but this is still a really good curve on the play. These Esper decks are so brutal on the play. Just like, I don't know how we ever win. That's definitely a downside of his deck, is there isn't really any good removal spells, honestly. I could play like, I guess Ossification's like a little much to ask. There aren't that many basics. Go for the Throat and Sunset Revelry? Interesting. Like, we're just taking 7. We haven't put a 4th land yet, you know? Like, not sure how we're going to win, but... Need to draw 2 more cards, too. Yeah. Yeah, the Esper deck is like the definition of Snowball. The deck just snowballs so hard. Where once they get going, it's just like, you should never catch up if they're on the play. Without, you know, a good number of kill spells or whatever. Play a Mite, sure. Yeah, we're just super dead. We're at 8 already. Like, we're actually at 8 already. You know, like, alright. I mean, Sentry wasn't bad. The problem is we just, like, don't really have much else to do. You know, I don't know how we're going to get through here. We can Sentry the Rafine attack. It's only 2 poison. What are we going to do? Sentry blocks the Gix also, so... We are very, very close to dead. We're dead. Alright, yeah, that was a pretty insane draw. Our hand wasn't really great, and their draw was perfect. And yeah, okay, sure. Alright, yeah, I mean, that's a little tough, honestly. I think that the, I'll test on the end, I guess. But, yeah, not having access to, like, a good removal spell is definitely tough. You know, give me a Portable Hole or just, like, something. It's pretty tough, tough games. All right, so that was a pretty tough matchup spread, honestly. I would say mono red seems very good against us. The low to the ground enchantment deck seems good against us, and like Esper Legends, like the really like the lower to the ground curve out Esper decks, also seem very good against us. Whereas this deck seems very, very good against all the mid range decks: Grixis, Rakdos, mono white splash variants, and so on and so forth. Kind of like those bigger decks. We put against a lot of like the littler decks, and we still battled, honestly. The game 3 matches are very, very close. That first match was awesome. Good win. Made a mistake against mono red that maybe we could have won that game. And then the third match against Esper was, game 3 was kind of tough, I guess. But super cool deck, though, honestly. Definitely a really, really inventive deck. Not sure about some of the card choices. Like the Serum Snares seem okay. I get the idea of the Proliferate, where you just want to be able to get that first hit in and like proliferate a few times, kind of get that third counter on, which is really, really important in this deck. Like, this deck really wants to corrupt the person. We get Counterspell, 1 mana draw 2, Pendelhaven. There's a lot of big upsides, lifelink on the Hive. So it is really important to corrupt. Therefore, the Proliferate stuff's kind of cool, but it is a little clunky. The Auguries, the Serum Snares, they're Rejecting Imperfection for sure. Definitely a very, very slow card. So I wonder if there's like a good kill spell we could add to the deck, maybe, or something like that. Would love another threat too. I think the deck is a little reliant on the Hive. But all in all, really, really cool deck. Mirrex and the Hive are awesome. Again, I think this deck would definitely excel against those slower mid-range decks, but that wasn't really our match spread today. So that's the deck. Super, super cool. Again, this is Talia's deck from the VML. Talia's in top 16 of the VML, I believe. And super, super cool deck. So I'm Davis. Next week, unfortunately, won't be 10 New Brews. Bad news. The early access event, we tried to warn Wizards of the Coast about a few weeks ago. I let them know that, a large percent of the content creators are all traveling for Command Fest, which is going to be super cool. You should definitely go to. Command Fest Orlando is where I'll be with CGB, Nerd Girl, Power Dragon, and many, many more. It's going to be a phenomenal event. CoolStuffInc's running it, obviously, and CoolStuffInc is the bomb. You're watching Cool Stuff right now. And it's going to be super, super awesome. But I leave at like noon on Thursday, and the early access event starts at 1 p.m. on Thursday. So no 10 New Brews on the early access. I'll be doing 10 New Brews when I get home on like the regular open ladder, which isn't as good, but whatever. We'll still do it. Obviously, it's really, really cool. So next week's deck won't be an early access deck, unfortunately, but we'll do something cool. We'll do something fun. It'll be great. So thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it. I'm Davis. I'll see you all next time for CoolStuffInc.com. Peace, folks.